Welcome everybody to the CGF and Beaver show, proudly brought to you by Betezy.com.au. He is Beaver and I am CGF. How are you going, champion?
Very good, mate. How are you?
You had a week off?
Had a week off.
And we had a week off.
Yes.
We have to apologise for last week's program not being aired because our production assistant didn't turn on the sound.
Probably a good thing with you and Scotty on.
Oh, we gave you a right old towel on it.
Yeah, I'm sure you did.
Right old towel.
Yeah, nothing the folks haven't heard from at home before.
Exactly,
They're probably glad they missed it given the Beaver wasn't on.
Well, Scotty tells me he had 7 from 7.
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't know what day of the week it was.
Yeah, no, he was all over it.
Yeah.
Anyway, we've
None
got
of them are his tips anyway.
Anyway, we've got some races to look at Caulfield and one at Rose Hill. We're starting to get closer to the autumn carnival.
Blue Diamond's coming up.
Jesus, summer, autumn, Jesus, it's going so bloody quick.
I know.
Am I getting old?
I'm not going to answer that, CGF. Don't want to offend you, mate.
Politically correct.
Yes.
Politically correct. So we're going to look at races 2, 6 and 7 at Caulfield. We'll start off with 2 a 1400 metre sprint. What do you like?
Yeah, pretty open affair here, CGF, with plenty of value. Plenty of horses have winning form, which makes it a hard race to pick. But I'm going to go something at $8 down the bottom, Elwick Jack.
$8. You heard it first on the CGF and Beaver. $8.
Yeah.
Did you go away to an asylum or something?
It's the only places that take me, CGF. Gouchy aboard. I think it's got some good form. And I think this is a pretty open race. It'll sit just off the speed, drawn well, can win.
I like Reparations.
Yep.
It's been a horse I've sort of followed. It doesn't win out of turn. It's got 2 kilos off its back. It's a Freedman, Josh Cartwright riding. I like the $9. It was a really solid. In fact, it's had 2 solid runs back since it's come back. And yeah, I'll stick with Reparations at about $9.
Yeah, bit of value there for the boys early up.
Absolutely. Takes us to race 6, which is a 1200 metre 3-year-old race. And we have got some of the better, well, some of the top class 3-year-olds from last year, Fast and Rocking, Ballpoint, Prince Arata, Monkstone. So there's a good field. I, after a bit of study, have come up with Prince Arata. Blake Shin's gone down to ride it. $5. I think Prince Arata, this is his spell. He was spruiked a lot last year, and to be honest, was probably disappointing.
Yeah.
Apart from a couple of good runs there, but I think this is a spell. I think he'd come back a more mature horse. I think the fact that Blake Shin's hi-hoed it down to Melbourne tells us that he thinks that's his horse for the autumn.
Yep. So
I'm going to stick with Prince Arata at $5. Though I don't think you'll be getting 5 on the day.
CGF, if you can get $5 now, Beaver's with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think you're probably more likely to get $3.
So what you're saying is my odds were wrong.
I'm telling you, you're giving over there, champ. Look, I'm with you for all the same reasons. The only other reason I added in there is I followed Prince Arata last preparation, and he did let me down, and I want some money back from him. So I'm going to stick with Prince Arata, and hopefully he can put in a good preparation.
Good stuff.
Time up.
Good stuff. That takes us to Caulfield race 7, and we are talking about a 1600. No, we're not. 1,000 metre handicap. What do you like,
mates? I'm going for the favourite, Lord of the Sky. Super impressive. 2 starts, 2 wins. Hasn't beat super classy fields, and there is plenty of class in this.
Yeah.
There's a few horses coming back from spells. African Pulse, Shamal Wind's been freshened up. There's a few horses like Kiss a Rose. General Truce won well first up. I'm going for Lord of the Sky. I think this is a horse on the way up, and it will be winning. Pretty skinny, around even money, maybe 5 to 4. But yeah, it's a good thing for me. I'm
going to go with Kiss a Rose, Moody, and Chad Schofield. Won first up twice. It was a bit of a horse for me last year, and I see no reason. I don't get me wrong, Lord of the Sky got the form on the board, but if you look at Kiss a Rose, hadn't done much wrong either.
No,
and that's not taking away from a couple of the horses up the top there, Shamal Win, Vatican, and that who are and General Truce, all quality performers on their day. So the other thing is Kiss a Rose is currently giving you about $14.
Yeah,
I like the odds. I don't like the $2 to be honest with you. I don't see where there's any value whatsoever.
There isn't, but I just think this is a quality horse.
Rightio. We're not going to argue with you then, are we?
No.
Rightio then, so that's Beavers on the Lord of the Sky and CGF on Kiss a Rose. That takes us to Rose Hill. Not a great day's racing, to be honest with you. I mean, it's some skinny fields and some...
A lot of youngsters or horses with only had a small number of starts.
Plonkers that have been around for a while. I'm sorry, I'm just looking at the form there. So we're going to look at race 6, which is a 1400 metre handicap. And I have pulled out of this number 1 Limes.
Yep.
Raced last week and got beaten by Finishing Card and Chase the Rainbow, which I think is very good form.
Yep.
He's zipped it back up to here. He's got to carry a bit more weight. He's got Bowman on top because McElroy fell off one in New Zealand the other day. But it goes out to $8.
That's probably a good thing for it.
$8 and $2.40. I think that's an absolutely brilliant value. I mean, I'm not saying that it's a fairly good field, but I just don't get where the odds stand there. But anyway, I'm going to stick with Limes. His last 2 starts for second, and he only got beaten a bob on Saturday.
Yep.
And I'll stick with him.
Yeah, good consistent horse, CGF.
Absolutely.
It's got to carry plenty of weight, which is a bit of a worry. And if it's a hot weather day, that's always hard to do for the top weights. Again, I'm going to go for Ecuador, this first up from the Waterhouse stable. I think this is a horse packed with potential. Was impressive last campaign. There is big raps on the horse. First up is always a bit of a worry over 1400, but again, I think it's probably better than these. Probably the main danger for me is Machir. I think he can run a good race as well.
No, wouldn't disagree there. I think that's not a bad trifecta, actually. Those are the 3 I looked at: Limes, Ecuador, and Machir. I think they'll be cracking the whips at the end of it. And our old friend Villaroso's back down from the Gold Coast.
Yep.
Not without a chance also.
Yeah, if the pace is on, it's always a good chance.
Good stuff. Rightio then, that's a review of those particular races. Got anything else for us?
Yeah, I've got one in Doomben CGF in race 3, Plumage. Should be hard to beat. I like Flying Hostess in race 3 at Caulfield. I think that's good value, around $4 at the moment.
I think that's a really good bet, Flying Hostess.
Yeah, it's a small field and
what's your best
pretty
bet?
Open race. And my best bet comes up in Caulfield race 8, Laid Back Larry. Just like me, mate. Laid Back Larry winner.
Rightio.
Winner, chicken dinner.
CGF's best bet of the day is Caulfield race 8, number 8, He's Your Man. So we're going to go head to head.
We are.
He's Your Man's got form around Red Cadeau.
Yep.
I like it. I think this is a Waller horse being brought out from the UK, run second in 2 trials, 2 seconds, run a second and third at Flemington, $4.60. I really think this is a really good bet.
Yeah, well, it's working up to its better distances now that'll suit it. But I just think Laid Back Larry will go to the front and it's going to be very hard to run down.
Good stuff. Right then, everybody. If you're looking for the form, multiples, products, betting of any description, go to betezy.com.au. Bet responsibly. Have a great weekend, and we'll catch up next week.
Yeah, plenty happening in this world of sport and that too, CGF.
Absolutely.
Plenty of offers at Betezy around the cricket and soccer coming up. So, I've been following the EPL, mate.
Yeah, well, Southampton had a good draw with Arsenal yesterday.
Yeah, that's good.
I noticed that Chelsea drew with West Ham this morning.
Yes, 0-0.
Yeah, and that would have been, I think it was paying $4.50.
Yep.
So Manchester City rolled over Tottenham.
Destroyed them,
exactly. So, look, it's starting to get to the good end of the season. There's about 9 clubs that could be relegated, and that always makes it interesting.
Yeah, it's good. And plenty that can win it this time around.
Correct. Got NRL 7s in a couple of weeks.
9s.
7s. That's rugby, isn't it?
Your mate's playing, Freddie?
Freddie, I'm not worried about Freddie.
Oh, mate.
Freddie could get smashed.
What do you reckon to market Freddie to do a hammy or something like that? We should put something up like that up. What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's a brave move. But anyway, talking about that, you'll also get all your NRL Premiership markets are up there.
Yep, they're
Who's
there.
going to win?
Yep.
Just get on the Roosters. Their certs.
You're
Mate, if they won last year half cooked, I mean, they're a full cooked chicken this year, mate. Rooster, we're there. Anyway, we'll see you next weekend. Go to betezy.com.au. Like I said, bet responsibly and have a great weekend.
Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.